Welcome to our Learn to Crochet series. We are looking at something called the Monique stitch. We are going to begin by creating our foundation chain. And for this stitch pattern, you need to have a multiple of 3. I started with 18 chain, plus 2 for my turning. To begin with, we are going to make a half treble in our 3rd chain from hook. And then we're going to miss the next chain. In the next chain, we are going to make 1 double crochet, 1 chain and 1 treble. And then we are going to miss 2 chain and put 1 double crochet, 1 chain and 1 treble in the next stitch. Miss 2 and repeat. 1 double crochet, 1 chain and 1 treble, and you'll repeat that all the way along the chain. And when you get to the end and you miss 2 chain, that last chain, you're just going to put a double crochet in it to finish the row. And then we turn for row 2. We're going to begin with our 2 chain, which will act as a half treble. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our group of stitches into the chain spaces of the previous row. Starting with the first chain space, I'm going to put 1 double crochet, 1 chain and 1 treble into that 1 chain space on the previous row. You can see me finding them there. If you separate the work out, you'll easily find the bigger hole, and that'll be where you put your 1 double crochet, 1 chain, 1 treble. Keep going along, find your chain space, 1 double crochet, 1 chain, 1 treble. So by pulling the fabric apart, I can easily find where I need to insert my hook. At the end of the row, I'm going to put a double crochet into the 2 chain at the end. Make 2 chain and turn. So you see me pulling apart. I'm going to put my double crochet, 1 chain and 1 treble into that chain space. You can count along the top, but you'll be missing 2 stitches like you were on the chain row to be able to find your chain space, or like me, you can separate the fabric to see the bigger hole. So again, quite a simple stitch pattern. It's a simple combination of stitches, the double crochet, chain 1 and 1 treble, just repeated on every row. Just remember, you start the row with 2 chain and you end the row with a double crochet in the 2 chain space at the end of the row. The Monique stitch is another pretty little stitch. A little bit more difficult to find those chain spaces, but once you get into a rhythm and you've done a couple of rows, it does become easier. But like with any new crochet stitch pattern, take your time. You see me find it quite difficult to find my 2 chain space. That's because I got a terrible habit of making my chains too small. So this stitch makes a lovely closed stitch pattern with the sheep ears river washed and a size 3 hook. If you want to make it a little bit lacier, just use a bigger hook size. It's not one of the stitch patterns that you're going to get a particular amount of drape with, but it's definitely not as dense as some of the other swatches that we've shown in this series of videos. So have you used the Monique stitch before? I haven't. Let me know in the comments below what you made with this stitch pattern and whether or not it had a different name when you were using it. As times change, stitch patterns do get lost and rediscovered and occasionally end up with a different name. And there we have a little swatch of the Monique stitch. You can see that it is a little bit looser than some of the other stitch patterns that we featured, and quite pretty. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like by clicking the thumbs up button below. If you would like to be notified of new uploads, subscribe to our channel and click the bell for notifications. If you want early release to all of these videos, go over to patreon.com/unravel and unwind and subscribe to us over there. Thank you very much for watching.